Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. I have some exciting information to leave with you today. And before I get into it, I wanted to read real quick from Proverbs 13:22. So a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. Okay? And so I want to preface the video with that. And I wanted to get right into what I'm talking about today, which is a book review that I'm going to do for you today. It is not going to be long. And so what book am I talking about? I'm talking about Control Everything, Own Nothing, right? So I wrote it down right here. Control Everything and Own Nothing by Rick, the Wealth Coach. Okay. And he's also, his full name is Rick Williams. He's known as the Rick, the Wealth Coach. And so I wanted to get right into this and let you know, first of all, guys, shocking, disturbing, and exhilarating. I call it the SDE factor. The SDE factor. I'm shocked. Why? Okay. Because I've been woken up. I've been awakened to this powerful knowledge about what? A trust, guys. But it's also disturbing. Why do I say it's disturbing? Because to know that there's organizations out there that know this information but don't share it openly. That's why it's disturbing for me. Okay? But then on the other hand, I'm exhilarated. It's exhilarating. Why? Because I found this knowledge and I can act on it and profit from it. We can act on it and profit from it. And so I wanted to also say that for those who are football fans and who know of this guy, Tim Brown, okay? Tim Brown, Hall of Famer, wide receiver. He's the guy who wrote the foreword to Own or Control Everything, Own Nothing. Okay? All right, so why am I leaving this review? I'm leaving this review because I believe it will be valuable to those who haven't made a decision yet about buying this book. Okay? And it's also going to be a great resource for those who have been praying. If you've been praying, you've been wondering, and you've been praying, how can I leave an inheritance to my children's children? What can I do? Right? So here's a way that you can legitimately, legally, and practically leave a legacy to your children and their children. Okay? It's something that I heard about years ago, and I just started to get involved in it. Okay? And so in this book, you're going to learn about trust, guys, about TRUSTS, trusts, okay? And you're going to be privy to some information that I would say everyday folks are not usually interested in. Folks who are not really worried about leaving a legacy. They're not worried about the future so much. They're not really planning for the future. They're really just living for the here and now. And so to get involved in something like this book talks about, right? Where I grew up hearing, own, right? You hear about people owning, get that house, own this, own that. In here, you're going to learn about controlling, right? Instead of owning, controlling. And so coming into the realm of controlling and limiting your liabilities, okay, guys? Not being liable, all right? And so I appreciated this book that Rick wrote. I was hesitant, and like anything, guys, like when you come upon someone or you come upon some information that is not typical, that only certain folks know about, and that hasn't been widely received, or that hasn't been widely taught. It's not taught in schools that I know of. It's not taught in college. And so these things sometimes come upon us, from self-study, and sometimes accidentally, right? And so I highly encourage anyone who has heard about Rick, who has heard about control everything and own nothing, to go ahead and invest in yourself. And I want to say this, whether you're talking about a book, or whether you're talking about a course, a challenge, or what have you, the different things that are being put on and pushed on online and so on and so forth, whatever the situation is, it's highly, highly worth it to invest in yourself. Because as I see it, the few dollars that it costs for this book is there's no comparison. I liken it to a grain of sand on a seashore of sand compared to the multiples that will be returned to me because of the knowledge and the application and execution of the knowledge that you learn in this book. It's not a long read, but it's interesting, it's shocking, it's disturbing, and it's exhilarating all at the same time. And so I do highly recommend it. And I also wanted to provide another resource for you guys. It's coming up in March. Here we are right now in the end of February, guys. And what's coming up here is a financial IQ challenge that you can find out more about. I'm going to leave you with the link in my about on my YouTube page, and you can also find it look me up on Facebook, and in the feed you'll find a link for the Financial IQ Challenge. And you can also find me on LinkedIn, and under the contact info under Jarrell White, you'll find a link with the Financial IQ link right there. Okay, guys? And so for those who, are interested in something like this, and you want to leave a legacy, and you've been wondering or praying, like, how can I leave a legacy, right? Wills, work to an extent, but they're going to go to probate court. Okay? They're going to be, the money that you leave and the assets and things that you leave for your family will be much eaten up by the court, probate, the different costs, right? When someone passes. But here's the interesting thing about this. Here's a real unique thing about what we're talking about here and what this book is about. It is about leaving a legacy that is not diminished by taxes. And also, I wanted to point out, you can utilize it now. That's all I'm going to say. I hope you guys like this review about Control Everything and Own Nothing by Rick the Wealth Coach. There again, check out the link that I put in my YouTube page here, guys. It's going to be under the Financial IQ. All right, Financial IQ link. Go through my link. You help out the channel. Go through my link. You can find out the dates, the times, and the cost. It's literally peanuts compared to the return, right? That you're going to find, the knowledge and the return and the financial legacy that you'll be able to leave for your family, guys. Hey, check it out. Until next time, guys, be well. And I appreciate you. See you next time.